Personal Story segment tonight, welfare fraud. The CBS TV station in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, has been investigating how tax money is being looted in shocking ways. This woman, 39-year-old Jamie Frankford, has collected $344,000 in lottery winnings since 2009. Yet she still collected child care subsidies, medical insurance, and food stamps.
Judging by that big smile on Jamie Frankfurt's face, this had to be one of the happiest days of her life. It was January 2012, and the Lancaster County resident had just won $330,000 in the Pennsylvania lottery. But that big smile was somehow missing when we went to talk to her about her winnings.
Turn that camera up, please, and get off my property.
We're not on your property, ma'am. When Frankfurt hit big on Cash 5, it just continued her lucky streak. Since July of 2009, she has won $344,000. Prior to this picture, Frankfurt was collecting welfare, including daycare and medical assistance. Afterwards, she kept collecting. Did you declare it to DPW? Under state law, welfare recipients must report lottery winnings to DPW. The benefits are then adjusted. Do you think it's right that the taxpayer should be subsidizing when you win that much money in the lottery? Man, what did you do with that money?
And joining us now from Harrisburg, Papst, the investigative reporter on the case. Was that woman arrested? I mean, has she been, obviously she took the money under false pretenses. Has anything happened to her?
Well, I did get a chance to speak with her on the phone. She told me there is an active investigation into her for what she did and the amount of money that she did to fraud the state of Pennsylvania, the taxpayers of Pennsylvania out of. She said she does want to pay that money back, but the state's not done its investigation.
The state has not completed its investigation, so she hasn't been arrested or anything, right? Because that's a criminal offense, defrauding the state, is it not?
Oh, it's a major offense. She could face felony charges. She could go to jail, face a $10,000 fine. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal in the state of Pennsylvania and anywhere, especially when you defraud the state out of as much money as she potentially did over, the couple years after she had won that money and not told the state that she won it.
All right. So now, is it the state's fault that this woman defrauded them? If they didn't know, if she didn't declare it, the state of Pennsylvania, I mean, how could they know?
Well, it's a good question. Is it the state's fault? The state does not have the ability to talk to different departments within the state. So even though this woman won the money from the Pennsylvania lottery, the Pennsylvania Department of Public Welfare that was paying for her medical bills, for her kids, also paying for child care for both of her kids, they had no way of knowing or talking to each other to say, hey, this woman has won this much money. The welfare department depends on people being honest and coming to them and saying, I have won this money, you can now adjust my benefits. But the state doesn't have a way to do it without that.
They're not proactive in investigating fraud. Now, you also, in your piece, talked to a whistleblower, somebody who does work in the Pennsylvania Department of Welfare. What did she tell you?
Well, she was a caseworker. She's been there for 5 years. So it was her job to sit down with the people that come in and then determine eligibility and distribute that aid. And she said over her time, she heard multiple people say things like, when in doubt, give it out, close your eyes and authorize. That's in reference to giving out the assistance. She said that when people come in, they're not encouraged. The caseworkers are not encouraged to check the information for truth, the eligibility information to see if people are lying. And she said there's an ongoing joke in the department that the family dog could make these statements of what these people get in eligibility, stamp their paw on it, and the welfare caseworkers would accept it.
All right, Chris, good work, and we appreciate you bringing it to the national audience. Thank you.